Bam. Just got out here, guys. Get my net out here. I don't know how big this fish is. That's a decent one. Alright, I know it was a decent mark. Yeah. Alright, guys. I just got out here. I'm in a new spot. I haven't been this year. Fish are scattered. I just stopped. I haven't been here maybe 15 minutes. You see some kids. Y'all probably can't see them with a kayak. A woman and some kids. They just came up through here. I was after a nice mark, a fish that was a big mark, and they come by kayaking because they just having fun, you know. And not trying to blame them for anything, that's what I'm trying to say. They're just out kayaking. I happen to be in the same place they are, and that big fish took off. When he heard them get close, he took off because they were paddling, right? That's a nice fish, though. He's 12 and a half. All right, guys, that's on Buster. Yeah, I had Buster rigged up, and I seen him out there about 3 foot deep. I was throwing at one that was on the bottom, close to the bottom with the jigging rod, and the wind just got up. The wind has not been blowing all day. It's after 1. I don't know what time it is. It's 2 o'clock. I had to run orders to the post office today, and get them mailed out. The winter's package went out today. Today's Thursday. Got it mailed out. Run back home. I've been in the bait shop. Finished up in the bait shop what I was doing. And I thought, man, it's nice. The wind wasn't blowing. The neighbors got a flag. It wasn't moving. I come down, put my boat in the water. The flag at our boat ramp wasn't moving. I come out here, been out 15 minutes, now look at that flag over there. Told y'all, all I gotta do is put my boat in the water and the wind will start blowing. And I came way down the lake. And that's why I came down the lake further, because the lake was calm. So I don't go in that main channel when it's rough. Because as that wind goes across this lake, this lake gets pretty wide. By the time it gets to an opposite side of the wind, those breakers can get pretty big, and I just don't do it. I got plenty of fishing on Poplar Creek that I live in. Here's a fish right here. Now that one's at 35 feet. So there's a couple hanging around here. Like I said, I've caught them here before, so I thought I would check it out. Now I'm fighting the wind. Bam. All right, guys, I've been about probably half an hour since that last one, at least. Yeah, it is. Look at my depth finder, at least. I'm seeing fish. You know, see that boat down there? I'm sitting here casting at a fish. He comes riding by. Waves at me. Fish took off. And he seen me throw out toward him. I just threw. He wasn't 15 feet from the fish. I threw out toward him. Fish was like 35 feet from me, and he was about 50. And he waved, and I'm going like, he has no idea what I'm doing. He probably don't even know what a live scope is. It's an older guy. But anyway, I'm seeing fish. A lot of them, not quite a few of them. I'm gonna say that, not a bunch, but quite a few. And it's 70. It's in the 70s. My truck said it was 75 when I left my house, and I've got to go about from here to that boat, from here to back that cove, from the boat ramp. So far the boat ramp is from my house. Y'all heard me say it. I went down and put in, and the wind wasn't blowing like I said. It is now. I got out of the wind some here, but that's a nice fish. I'll take those all day long. I'm not catching any monsters here lately. He's probably right at 13 inches. That's the Virginia shad color. This is the new Chaos 2. All right. Okay, I just made sure y'all was recording. I fished with Sam Tuesday, and we talked about that. I don't know if he left it in his video. I think I left it in mine. My video's coming next Wednesday. He downloaded his. You think you got something sometimes till you get home, and when you load your stuff to the computer desktop to see what you got, you load it on there, and then you got to cut it up, guys, and make videos out of it. Sometimes you don't have anything. you got a sun blur, or you never know what happened, right? But I can tell you now, I got my jig rod laying here, and I done tried like 4 or 5 different colors. Every time I've gotten close to them with the jig, with LC shad, they have run. They have moved the other way. I had one chase me a while ago, and he bumped it. I felt him bumped it. I set the hook, nothing. Every bite I've had so far, the 2 fish I've caught, has been on a swim bait. That fish there was like 4 foot deep, and when I came past him, he turned around, chased it down, and grabbed it. That's the attitude you're looking for right there. Bam. I don't know how big this one's going to be now. This crappie here, I threw at it 4 or 5 times. I don't think he's very big. He might be. Yeah, he's decent. I threw at him 4 or 5 times, and he wasn't paying attention to the minnow. He'd follow it a little bit. So I thought, well, I've got a jig rod here that has a 1/32 on it, because I got the 1/16 on the swim bait rod. The swim bait swims better if you stay with the 1/16. But I wanted to slow it down where I could hesitate it in frame a little bit. So I went with the tracer. This is the new bait I showed you on Wednesday night before. Actually, I showed it to you last night. Okay, that's a nice fish, guys. He's not quite 12. Bam! That's what I'm talking about. This is Wally, which is a pearl belly, chartreuse back, light chartreuse. This bait is long and slender, okay? Kind of different profile than anything out there. It's close to my fluke, but it's not as big. It's only 2 inches. It's got a lip where the 2 colors meet, and I'm going to explain more about that as we go along, okay? We're going to turn this bait into a trickster. I probably said too much right there. Y'all just give me a couple weeks. I don't know how long it'll be for this video loads right here that I'm making today. I've got 3 right now ready to load. I got 1 for tomorrow. I'm loading back on Wednesdays and Fridays again because I'm able to make the videos. Like I said, as long as I can make them, guys, I'll load them to you. Y'all keep watching them. I appreciate you watching. Appreciate your comments, okay? All right, guys, got another one of that same bait. Now, what I'm trying to do is put a pattern together. We call this putting a pattern together. Bass fishing, you come up now, if you catch them off the stumps, then you start going from one point to the next that has stumps on it. All right, if you catch them off the docks, you stick with the docks. Now, what I'm finding out, the crappie that are shallow, 3 foot or less, I can get them hit the swim bait better. Crappie that are 5, 6, this crappie is about 6 foot deep, they'll hit this tracer better, okay? Now, I got it at 1/32 ounce, so it's got a slower fall to it, okay? I'm letting it fall a lot slower. And I think that's the trick on the deeper fish, is letting it fall slower. I had a 1/16 on the jigging rod, vertical jigging rod I was pitching around. And when you brought it by them, that didn't want nothing to do with it. I think because it was moving too fast. Sometimes a slower fall is better, all right? And we're gonna get into that more on another video, probably here next week. I'm gonna talk about slower presentations, all right? That is something I think people look over a lot. I was talking to somebody here just a while back, and we was talking about jig size. Oh, I use a 1/16 and that's it. Guys, that's a nice crappie. Bam. That's probably, good gosh. That crappie's over 13 inches. That's a good one. I talked to these guys here. They said they've been here since lunchtime, about 12 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock, 2:30, I don't know. I can't see them. They're fine. I've been here about an hour, and that makes 4 or 5 I've caught. And they said they've only caught two since then. They're using, looks like they're using minnows. So I told them, put your baits 3 to 6 foot deep. That's where seem like most of the crappie I'm seeing are 3 to 6 foot. Now, I mentioned Crappie Connection, guys, and they don't know me from Adam, and I don't know them. But they get different people when they're talking. They just load the video, and they're talking about good colors and stuff, okay? And I wanted to interrupt and say the best colors are on Lake Country Baits, but I didn't. I have commented on them before. Hey, check out Lake Country Baits, but I don't know. They might erase them. I don't know. They might delete them. You can delete people's comments. I don't know how deep they're dragging their minnows. They're drifting with them, and they're using the trolling and pulling them. They got rods and stuff out. Crappie, you need to be over top of them. If they're fishing too deep, they probably won't pay attention to them. So the depth they put the minnows means a lot. And they've talked about that right off. They saw me that last night pulling crankbaits. You know, it's the depth that you pull them. Number one. Number two, color can make a difference. All right, guys, I moved. I don't think this one's very big. He's bigger than I thought he was. I thought he was going to be 6 or 8 inches where he was fighting. I wasn't going to cut my camera on. I said, well, oh, okay. Believe it or not, I'm going to say it's a white bass. I caught white bass Tuesday, but it's a It's a white perch. A white perch. A good one too, isn't it? Boy, I'm glad I moved. I've thrown at 2 fish and caught 2 fish. That should be a white perch too. No, I think it's a crappie. Yep. Alright. Where I was down there, guys, was good spots. First time I've been there this year. I fish those docks a lot in the summertime. Y'all have seen me fish those. Smallest one today. He's about 10 inches. Nothing wrong with that one though. People kept coming in there. I mean, it was just boat after boat. Then a pontoon boat came in there on me, and they come right past. There's 2 women. Hi. And I'm like, I'm fishing here. They just act like you're just sitting there, you know, looking around, having a nice day. And they have a right to do that. I mean, but I respect people. If I pull in a cove and see somebody back there fishing in the back of the cove, I don't go back there. I'll go to another spot. I'll fish at front. I'll go to, you know, I don't pull up on somebody. If I know them, I might go in and fish and holler at them in a minute or something. But people riding around here will ride right up, right past you. Nothing's going on. I don't mean way out there. If a boat comes down through, I expect him to go down through there. That's the main channel. That's the road. You know, get out of the road. If you're in the road, then I'm gonna come past you. Because if you're in the middle of the channel, you're in the road. I'm gonna get as far as I can from you, right? But when you're in a little pocket like that in the cove, I was in the back of a cove. Back to the cove, as far as y'all could see, was the end of it. And they was in there just riding around and going out. That's sightseeing, I reckon. Bam. All right, guys. There was some 4 or 5 fish here, and I brought that swim bait past them a couple times. And they rolled up like they wanted it, but none of them grabbed it. So, you know what I done? That's right, I threw the tracer back over there, and bam. Now, that's what I'm doing. If they don't hit the swim bait, but they pay attention to it, and they turn around and follow it a little ways, I throw this tracer back. Now, I'll tell you something about the tracer, too. Like I say, I got some good information coming on here shortly. I'm not telling you everything today. It sinks fast. When it's 1/32, it sinks really fast, okay? It was made for vertical jigging, but I done found out something that they probably ain't thought about. Being it's streamlined, okay, skinny like this, when it's 1/32, I was fishing 13 foot. As you can see right here, it's 13 foot. That fish was close to the bottom. It went down there right now. I mean, it sinks really fast, okay? So, a 1/16 is probably too much for this bait. In fact, this bait was made, like I say, made for vertical jigging. It wasn't made to, you know, for a, like LC shad. It's LC shad. I don't know if I'm saying this right or not. I might be messing y'all up. The LC shad has a lot of body because it's got a lot of bulk, right? It casts good now because it's got a lot of bulk. You put it on your jig head, you can throw it on out there. This bait you can't throw very far because it don't have a lot of bulk. But since it's streamlined, it sinks faster. Okay, there you go. But it was made for vertical jigging. I'll go into that more later on. I got some stuff I want to share with y'all in a couple weeks, like I say. I see these guys spider rigging. They done caught 2 from here to there. The crappie are running about 3 to 5 foot deep. Again, that's why I've been throwing a swim bait. I said this in Wednesday night's video this week. Today's Thursday. That was last night. This is the time of year to be throwing the swim baits. I'm selling a lot of swim baits right now. I've had orders that people have ordered, been all swim baits. Yep, I've sold a lot of swim baits this week. And that's why. Somebody even commented to me they bought them for something like that. But this Chaos 2, it's going to be a great little bait. That's why I'm trying to fish with it some too, so I can share that with y'all. It's smaller than the original Chaos. And he's about 10.5. It's smaller than the big Chaos. It's not as fat in the diameter. This is called a slim swim, is what they call it, because it does have a narrow body. But that little tail is a good size for its body. Yeah, it dances good. If y'all watch Wildlife Adventures, a video he loaded yesterday, I was fishing with him, and I pulled it along the water like this. I can see that little tail going to town. He filmed that and showed that in his video to opening. That little tail's just a getting it. Y'all check that out, okay? Bam. I get in here nice, and the cove I was in, started in, had nicer fish in it. It wasn't as many fish. There's more fish here, but he's probably 9.5. But it had nicer fish in it. But that's okay. It's too late in the day for me to move. Bam. This one was way behind me. You can tell I'm on that side of the boat. I seen 3 or 4, there's about 8 foot deep, 6, 8 foot deep marks behind me. I just turned around and flung it back there to where area I thought they was in, and just counted down what I thought was 4 or 5 foot and started reeling. And bam, there's one of them. He's about 10 and a half. All right, guys, I'm gonna close out there. Got that one on Virginia shad. This is the new Chaos 2, okay? Got it on this peel head. No special reason. I just happen to have some of them. I think they're Jinkos. I bought them a couple years ago. And I said this before, that was about ready to throw away because I done bent it up so bad. I don't like that style hook. I don't like that nasty hook. It don't go on an artificial bait good. Not for me. When you thread it on a small bait like that, it's hard to get it on there and make it look pretty. I know it don't have to look pretty, see how it looks. It don't have to look pretty to catch fish, but I like a regular old J-bend. I just have just as good luck on them. Just take them, bend them open just a touch. They work just fine. All right, guys, appreciate y'all. Y'all let me know what you think. What do you like? What kind of hooks do you like? Does it matter? So I fish with both, but I prefer a J-bend. Does it matter to you? Tell me in the comments, what do you like? What kind of hook do you like? Whichever you pick up. Does it matter? That's right. Sometimes it doesn't make any difference either. I just pick up something. But I got about 4 more of these. I got a bunch more in 1/32. I do like the little wire keeper on them. Once you put a bait on there, that bait does not slide down. But if you go to change baits, it's pretty rough on them, isn't it? That's right. Hey guys, see y'all next time. Fishing Lake Country.